Hidden in the Bay of Bengal is a small island that modern civilization simply cannot enter. No tourists, no researchers, no rescue missions. Not even the government tries anymore. Because the people who live there don't just avoid outsiders, they actively hunt them away. Boats that drift too close are met with arrows. Helicopters have been attacked from below. And the more the world becomes connected, the more this place feels impossible. A living human society that still exists outside the modern timeline. North Sentinel Island isn't famous because of what we know. It's famous because of what we can't know, and because approaching it can turn deadly in seconds. The Sentinelese are considered one of the most isolated peoples on Earth. Scientists can't confirm their language, their traditions, or even their exact population, because getting close enough to study them would be reckless for both sides. What we do know comes from rare, distant sightings. They move through dense forest with crafted bows. They watch the coastline like a border patrol, and they react to strangers with instant, coordinated defense. That reaction isn't random violence, it's survival behavior, shaped by centuries of outsiders bringing danger. And when you look at the history around the islands, you start to understand why their first rule is simple. No one enters. In the late 1800s, British colonial expeditions tried to make contact the way empires often did, by force. In one infamous attempt, a colonial officer, Maurice Vidal Portman, led a party onto the island. The Sentinelese fled into the jungle, but several people were captured, 2 adults and 4 children, and taken away to Port Blair. Reports describe the adults falling ill quickly after contact, and the children being returned later with gifts. Imagine what that moment taught the island. Strangers arrive, people disappear, sickness follows. From that point on, hostility wasn't just likely, it was logical. Fast forward to the modern era, and the pattern doesn't change. In January 2006, 2 fishermen drifted too close to the island at night. They were killed, and when authorities tried to recover the bodies, the response was immediate. Arrows fired upward, forcing a retreat. Even from the air, the message was unmistakable. This shoreline is not negotiable. The outside world calls it hostile. But from the island's perspective, it's border security. They don't want trade, they don't want help, they don't want curiosity. They want distance, and they enforce it with the only tools they have. Then comes the part that made global headlines. A reminder that the danger is not a myth. In November 2018, an American missionary, John Allen Chow, paid local fishermen to take him there illegally. He tried multiple times to approach, and he was killed. It wasn't a mystery what happened. It was the same rule playing out again. The island rejects contact completely. And what's terrifying is that even if someone arrived with peaceful intentions, the result could still be catastrophic, because the real threat may not be arrows. It's a cough, a flu, a common cold. For an isolated population with no modern immunity, a single infection could spread like fire. That's why the law exists. Today, outsiders are banned from approaching within roughly 5 kilometers of the island, not to punish curiosity, but to protect a society that never asked to be part of ours. Different sources describe the buffer zone and enforcement differently, but the point is consistent. Stay away. Because North Sentinel Island may be one of the last places on Earth where a human culture can still remain untouched, and contact could destroy it in a single week. In a world obsessed with exploring everything, this island stands as an uncomfortable truth. Some mysteries aren't waiting to be solved. They're warning us to leave them alone.